Shalom. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to thank everyone for joining me for October 2018 Letter from the Director's Desk. Super excited to be here tonight. It's not going to be incredibly long, but thanks everybody for joining me who's here. I hope your school year is going really well. You got through September. We're about midway through October. There's a lot of fun stuff happening in the camp office, and I want you to hear what's going on and what I do the rest of the year. We're closing up camp right now. We have a couple more events. We had some camper birthday parties in September and October. We actually had Camp Sutherland had its first wedding out at camp, and it was a great success. We really enjoyed being a part of that family's special day, and we're really getting ready and gearing up for 2019. What I'd like to go over really quick is what we're doing here. The letter from the director's desk is going back to monthly. We're in the off season right now, and we will be having our video recorded every third Wednesday of the month. So next month is November. So we are going to actually be on November 21st. It is the day before Thanksgiving. We may record a little earlier in the day, and we may do it from a remote location. I may not be here at my office, but we'll want to make sure that you're going to hear everything that's going on. But I know a lot of you are on Facebook and a lot of you are not on Facebook, and that's the avenue we record from. So if you are not on Facebook and you're watching this, that means you've gone to our YouTube page, or you've seen the link on our Camp Sutherland website, or what's going to happen is within the next day or so, after every one of these recordings, we're going to send an email out to all the camp parents so they can see what's happening. Don't worry. If you don't have time to watch this entire video, and I promise it won't be too long, we'll have kind of quick bullet points in the body of the email, and you can always click and watch the video later. Have your kids watch it. Have them come check out Steve. He's always sitting there in the corner. But I want you to see if this could be like a family time to hear what happening at camp and how we can get kids involved and parents involved. And what we're looking for. So this will be emailed. We'll have bullet points in there, but watch the video because I'm super cute. And I want to make sure that you guys are hearing what's going on, and we're having an open communication and dialogue about what camp preparation's happening for 2019. That being said, preparation for 2019, some parents have already responded. Thank you very much for the parents who have, and we still have some spots left, but we are developing focus groups. We went through all of our parent evaluations. Anytime I talked to a parent this summer, I took notes about our conversation, maybe not necessarily with your child's name in there, but what we talked about and some challenges that we've had. It's first summer. Every time with a new camp director, there's always some challenges, and I think we were able to capture and identify what those challenges were, and we have 3 focus areas. So we're looking for parents to join me and one of my camp committee member volunteers after the new year, but we're looking for people to sign up now. So you can send me a message, mgarcia@jccbuffalo.org. You get emails from me all the time, so just reply to any one of those emails and let me know if you're interested in helping out with our focus groups. What I do need from you is very simple, is to pick a focus group. We have 3 different ones that we're going to be working on this summer to see if we can get your live feedback on what we're doing. The first focus group will be how do I want to be communicated with as a parent? What information is camp physically able to get to the parents, and what information do you want from the camp, either on a letter from director's desk, but also weekly newsletters and things like that, and how you want that to go. But then I also want to, in part of that is what do you want to hear? What's important to you? What preparation for camp and what during camp and what post camp do you need to get so we can make sure our communication is as clear as we possibly can. I've been working at camp a long time. This is going to be my 29th summer. I started when I was 3 years old. No, started as a 15-year-old camp counselor, and communication's been something that's always been a challenge for all camps, and I'm really looking hard at that one to try and refocus and see where we can go together. The next focus group that we're going to be working on is how we can envision Camp Centerland through a Jewish lens. We are a J camp, very proud to be part of a J camp, but what else can we do to meet our needs in our community? And our community not only being the Jewish community, but the camp community and the Camp Centerland community as a whole. And so it's a lot of moving parts, so we want to get some parents involved and start that conversation. I want to do a special reach out to the rabbis and cantors. We just got an email today. This isn't even in my notes. We just got an email today to they reached out and see how we can engage in a conversation and talk about Judaism through the camp lens of Centerland. So very excited. We have some camp committee members that are going to join me in that conversation, and we're going to have a great dialogue to be able to enhance not just Shabbat, but camp across the whole board and what it looks like. One cool thing I'm very excited about is when I started here last November, the JCC decided not to have a Shlahim come over for 2018, but we are engaging and we're going to have 2. So we're going to look for you guys to help me with housing because we need places for them to stay. But we're going to have 2 Shlahim come over in summer 2019. And I wrote a grant, so fingers crossed, hopefully, please, that we will be able to I'll be able to go over to Israel in April and work with the Shlahim as well as get that Jewish experience, so I can bring those amazing nuggets of information back to Camp Centerland for next year. So very excited about that. The third one, I know those 2 were pretty long. The third one is, what are my expectations of recreation at camp? It sounds pretty simple. We want them to go to camp. I think that's pretty simple, but we have some great opportunities and some things that we're going to be working on. And I want to make sure parents are involved in their feedback on where camp goes as a recreational component of it. Not so much, logistics of how the schedule works and things like that. And we're still going to do swim lessons and ropes and rock wall and archery and Tarbut and Almanut and Teva, nature, Mada, science, and all that stuff, or Tada, nature and science together. But what else? What are we really looking for? What's the recreation component of camp, and how can we bring that in? So emails are going out. You're going to get one with this video, but please respond. I only have 6 to 8 spots per group. So we're going to take kind of the first to 6 to 8 there. I think I have at least 2 in each. I think our Camp Through a Jewish Lens has 3 in it. So there is some space left, but please send me an email, mgarcia@jccbuffalo.org, and let me know if you'd like to join this group. I think it'd be a lot of fun and get some feedback and get your parents so it can help kind of guide me and the program staff throughout the year as we develop and grow our programming at Camp Centerland. All right, so thank you in advance. Dates will be confirmed late December, early January, and we hope to have these meetings mid-late January, mid-late February, somewhere in there for that. Also wanted to reach out to everyone. So this is not so much for kids who are coming to camp. So this is mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, everybody who's listening out there who's a little bit older. We are starting a Camp Centerland, Camp Lakeland, so Camp Centerland / Camp Lakeland alumni. I will tell you, I've been at a lot of camps throughout my years, and this program, I think I've met probably easily say 100 people who have said to me, oh my, I went to that camp as a kid, or I grew up at that camp, or I was a staff person at that camp, or whatever that is. And I want you guys to come out of the woodwork. We're going to be developing a camp committee that's going to work on this group to do a family picnic in August next year. So what am I looking for? First of all, and I'll post it in the message board here, but I'll make sure it's in the link to the email, and I'll make sure it's all over the place. But we're looking for people who are over 21. Right? So you've been out of camp for a little bit. You either were a camper or you were a staff person at Lakeland and or Centerland, and that you are interested in just having an amazing fun time at the new Camp Centerland here in Gettsville, and that will be part of our family picnic. Really looking for people to join the committee to develop this plan. It's not going to be a me thing. I'm going to kind of be the staff support, but it's going to be an independent committee that's going to develop and grow. And we really want to make sure that we're getting as many as we can. So we're going to ask you to share it and like it and go to new friends and all that stuff. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Tina. How you guys doing? You guys just joined in, so thanks. Hey, Aaron. How's it going, Mr. Blum? So a lot of these things are here, and I want to make sure that you guys are involved as much as possible. To be honest with you, this is going to be a Lakeland or Cape Centerland group, and we'd love to get some people to be involved. Not so much staff, current staff, but returning old campers and staff, and people have some great time. So awesome. Look out for the Camp Lakeland, Centerland alumni. You can also look it up on Facebook, Camp Centerland, Camp Lakeland alumni group, and you can like it. And then it's kind of new right now, so it doesn't have a ton on there, but we're going to be going. Very honored. We're by the end of this month into next month, I'll be going into the UB archives of all the JCC information and the Jewish community information. And we're going to be taking some great, trying to get my hands on some pictures and some old pictures from the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s and 2000s. But also through that Facebook page, I want you to share photos so we can kind of build that great alumni going there. All right. So camp planning's going great. Ready? Get your calendars out. I'll wait. Okay. So the first day of camp is, boom, June 24th, 2019. Very excited about that. Now, the parents are on top of everything. They're going to go, oh, wait, my program's still in school that day. We know that some of our programs, that first week of traditional camp, some of our programs are in school. That's okay. Don't worry about it. If your last day of school is Monday, your last day of school is Tuesday, or your last day of school is Wednesday, we will have camp when school is out. And camp that week will be prorated per the last day of your school. So I know Buffalo Public Schools, because that's the big chunk of schools. Buffalo Public Schools, last day is Wednesday, right? So they'll only have camp Thursday and Friday. Well, I'm not going to make you pay for the entire week. You'll only pay for 2 of those 5 days, and so on and so forth. Amherst last day is Tuesday, but then we have Tonawanda and Kenmore, and their last day is the Friday before. So we have to have camp on Monday for those kids. So we'll be running those camps. You'll be able to sign up for the full week, or you'll be able to sign up for 4 days or 3 days or 2 days, depending on when your school gets out. So don't worry about that. You're not going to be charged for a full week. We got that covered. We also want to let people know, because of that week, we are not going to run specialty camp that first week of camp. All right. We are not going to run specialty camp that first week camp because the companies we have hired, they can't work in that environment of not having enough kids in there. So that's going to be a modified day camp program. Of course, we'll still have swimming. It may not be a swim lesson, but it'll have swimming. If the kids are climbing and their scheduled to climb was on Monday in the rock wall, and your school's in session and you don't get to start camp until Wednesday, well, guess what? We can't really make up that rock wall time. We'll try our best with our Friday modification, but ultimately they may miss that. That's just going to be part of the first week of camp for this summer. Hopefully next summer, looking at the school calendars, we'll have this first week back and we'll be back to normal of a full traditional week of camp. Week 9, though, is one of the weeks I want you guys to look out for. Week 9 is our specialty camp. Just like last year, we're going to do week 9. They're all going to be full day camps. So they're going to be s'more swimming and adventure camp and all those fun things that we did, except they're going to run all day. We're not going to have the half day soccer shots and then half day at traditional camp. But we might offer a half day soccer shots and a half day Lego camp and have that as a combined camp. We're working all that out with our contracts. But week 9 is our regular traditional specialty camp like we normally do. We know you guys love it and it's a lot of fun. But here's the next thing. Normally the week after we run only a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday camp. And we've decided that that just doesn't fit our parents' needs, and we want to be here for you. So what we decided is we are going to run a full week of camp, week 10. Press your brakes a little bit. I know you're excited, but that week of camp is going to be much smaller. We're really only talking about 50, maybe 75 kids. We'll be working on staffing. They'll have swimming every day, but not a swim lesson every day. They'll have chance to do ropes items and things like that, but the groups will be much more larger groups. So instead of having multiple groups of a TEED, we may have just one mega group of a TEED, or we may have one mega group of a Yehuda, Negev, and Sharon, and things like that. And we may Disco will not field trip that, but we'll run a traditional day camp for them. Disco will not pay the Disco rate. They'll pay the traditional day camp rate for that week because they're going to be on property that time. So I just want to make sure we're going to offer that full week. We had a lot of interest and last year, and a lot of people were like, hey, what about Thursday and Friday? And we just didn't have it. So we're going to make sure we have it this year. It'll be a little different staff, a little different group. We're going to have some staff. We're going to be the regular staff with them all summer, and some will not. But I'll be here. The nurse will be here. Some of our major leadership staff, like a Nick Utz, will be here, things like that. Christine and Shay will probably step out during specialty camp week because they're preparing for after school, the Kids Place program, which you should all go to. If you have space and you have time, you should go to. If you're in the city of Buffalo or if you're in Amherst, great programs. Camp is also going on. I have a couple of retreats and trainings that I'm going with. Some of you may or may not know, I'm an American Camp Association accredited camp trainer and visitor. And the ACA, as we'll call it from kind of now on, I'll say American Camp Association, but the ACA is something that's been around since the 40s, and it is an amazing program. And Camp Centerland's excited to announce that we are going to go for our ACA accreditation this year, which means we are going to not only meet the regular Department of Health standards, which are great, and we want to make sure we definitely are going to hit those. However, we are going to look at over 260 additional standards to make sure your children's not only are safe, the quality of your program's up there, and we want to make sure that everything across the board is accredited. And with that accreditation, it goes a lot of work, but we'll be working towards that accreditation with our visit in 2019, and we will be accredited, woohoo, in 2020. And that's super exciting because that, again, is really something important. But other than that, on top of that is there's some great opportunities. I'll be attending a couple of camp conferences over the next 2 months before our next meeting. One of them is I'll be in the upstate New York, Western New York ACA camp conference. I am training at this conference, so I am teaching the ACA standards course and visitors course, and then the second day of the training is the conference that talks about a myriad of different developmental levels and program designs and how to engage parents in the off season and all those fun topics. The next event that I'll be going to, or next conference I'll be going back to where my alma mater is, Springfield College in Springfield, Massachusetts. And I will be going in early November, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I believe it is, to J Camp 180, which we are a J Camp 180 camp, and I'm super excited about that component. It's a camp about fundraising and development and how we can engage with our community better. There's just a couple of things that I'm doing. Leadership staff meet every 2 weeks here at camp. We sit in this office and we talk about all the fun stuff we're planning for next year. Speaking of next year, you got the first day of camp. Another date I need you to write down in your calendar, and it happens every year. So this is the date. This year, the S'more of Centerland is February 3rd. Write it down, 12:30 to 2:30. We want you to come into Camp Centerland in the Benderson family building of the JCC, and we want you to come out and sign up for camp in 2019. So why would you come out in February to sign up for camp? Well, there's a couple of bonuses. One is you're going to pay 2018 prices for 2019 camp. So whatever that increase ends up being, and we haven't decided on what the pricing is for next year, but whatever that increase is, you're going to pay 2018 rates for 2019 only if you sign up at the S'more Centerland or on February 3rd. If you can't make it in, you can sign up online, Campminder, go to our website, and everything will be all set. So I want to make sure everybody's clear that that's the day. You'll be over-communicated with this. We're going to send postcards. We're going to send information. The camp brochure, everything is going to have that day as the first day. On top of that, if you remember last year, we gave out these awesome Camp Centerland towels for the families that came in and registered for that day. We are deciding on a prize and what that is for the S'more Centerland. It won't be a towel because we did a towel, and so we're going to do something else this year, and then the year after, and we'll keep changing it. So it'll be a special one-off gift of only for the kids who register at S'more Centerland and on that day. So you can register that day or online. Come in. It's going to be fun. Come down. We'll have our specialty camps that can come out and do some stuff. The rock wall will be open. Gym activities will be open. We usually have a magician that's there. We're gonna see how we can get. You'll be able to sign up for lunch with Annie at the Rogue Cellar and find out information about that. Maybe we can get her to get us some cookies and get us some sample cookies for free. That would be super awesome. Hint, hint, Annie. But a lot of cool, fun stuff that day. It's going to be great. So not only family fun, registration rates are going to be special for that day, and the S'more Centerland registration gift is only for that one day, either in place, in person, or online. So we have a lot of stuff to look forward to. There's a lot more information. My goal is to get these monthly videos in under a half hour, or about 21 minutes right now, so I'm there. We got a lot of work to do. Please sign up for the focus groups, parents. Please send me an email. You could PM me. Hi, Shelly. You could PM me on Facebook. It's not a problem if you want to do that as well, but you can also email me if you want to be a part of one of our 3 focus groups, which I talked about a little earlier. How do I want to be communicated with as a parent? What does Camp Centerland look like through a Jewish lens? And what are my expectations of the recreation part of camp? And that's it. We're pretty much done. Have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of fun stuff to do. We'll be sharing news as we come along with things. Check out our social media on Facebook. This is really kind of important. We want to use this as a communication tool to parents all year. But again, if you don't have Facebook, that's fine. We'll download this video tomorrow. We'll email it out to everybody. And in the email, we'll have all the bullet points. So you don't even have to watch the 20-minute video. You could just read what the bullet points are, and we'll go from there. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. If I don't see you around the JCC, I'll see you November 21st at 4 p.m. Right here on Letters from Director's Desk. Have a great one. Bye, guys.